It was a great day to support teams in red. Manchester United demolished Tottenham Hotspur, which we're going to talk about. And also, I was at the Irish League Cup final yesterday where my local team, Cliftonville, defeated Coleraine after going 2 goals down. It was an amazing game. And this, of course, you were a Coleraine supporter, but great atmosphere. Everybody's very nice, carnival-like. But
are you going to make me do half an hour on that? You're not, are you?
I could. Do you know what, mate?
Yeah.
It means a lot to the community of Cliftonville,
sure,
where they are, and that's the bit that I sort of see. And anyway, it was a great thing. Anyway, but United Spurs, first of all, Ronaldo.
He got lucky though, didn't he, Eamon?
What, lucky 3 times?
It was lucky 3 times. One off the head should have been marked, and there was the other goal, which was a tap in, and maybe Larisha. Okay, all right, fair enough. I'll try my best. I'm watching. I got Manchester United there, Spurs losing to Manchester United, and then Ireland beating England. It's not a good evening for Saturday. Did you have a nice time on Saturday?
Oh, it went great.
I bet you did.
It was very, very good.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get that out of the way.
We had yesterday's fixtures as well.
Yeah, the thing is, yesterday there's so many games that are going on, and if we're looking at the table and both ends of the table, I mean, it really is. Oh. It's so up for grabs. See, Leeds beat Norwich 2-1. I mean, this was an unbelievable game. Yeah. 2 goals right at the very, very end. So they're both
for Norwich, really. I
think Norwich really are the only team that we can safely say. And I've got family there, and I hate to say it, but they're pretty much gone.
The thing about Norwich is they sort of have a bad year, then they have a good year in the Championship, and then a bad year.
But that's it.
That yo-yo type.
It is, and that's exactly what they seem to do every year. So Chelsea beat Newcastle, and that was the battle of the interesting money department company. So they managed to squeeze past Newcastle. See, Chelsea, for me, it looked as if... And you can't not have it play on your mind. It's all very well saying for players to go out and say, you forget everything when you get on the park, but it's going to be on their mind what's going on. Thomas Tuchel said that he's going to stay to the end of the season, which, for me, I mean, that's...
Then he'll join Man United.
Do you think that's probably what's going to... I wouldn't be at all surprised. I wouldn't be at all surprised.
He's got to be a contender, no?
Yeah, I think probably right. Everton. Now, Everton, there's a team that are also in all sorts of trouble. I'm going to try you on this. There's only 6 teams in the Premier League who have never been relegated.
Never been relegated. In the Premier League, not Premier League years.
Premier League years.
Man United have never been relegated. Arsenal have never been relegated.
This is for the speedboat, by the way. Arsenal.
Liverpool
Correct.
have not been relegated. How many of it go to 6?
6.
Spurs have not been relegated.
Correct.
Everton have not been relegated.
One more.
Oh, the pressure.
Have we got time? Can we have a clicking...
who have we done? We've done Arsenal, Spurs, Everton, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City.
No. You've done them all. Man City have. Man United, Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool, Chelsea, Everton.
I'm not as stupid as I look.
Very good. I was very impressed.
That's very good.
What are you going to do with a speedboat? Anyway, so Arsenal beat Leicester 2-0 as well. So, I mean, Arsenal really are looking very good. So they look, for me, top 4 material, certainly. So Man City at top, Liverpool right underneath them there with 3 points difference. Then we've got Chelsea and Arsenal, Man United, and then West Ham. Are you confident about Man United? It's still possible. Spurs, I'm not so happy with, but I think Man
all
United
those games Arsenal have in hand.
Yeah, sure.
As well, there are too many teams have too many games in it. It's going to be tough.
Absolutely.
Be tough. But Ronaldo, a lot of people would say he's part of the problem, and that may be. But how can you argue when that guy goes out and does what he does?
I agree. He comes up, come the big game, and there we are, come the man. So also, I want to mention a bit of golf. Are you a golfing man? I don't think we've spoken about golf.
Before I wrecked my back and leg, I would have been, love watching golf.
Players' Championship, and this is the unofficial 5th major, they call it. £3 million or $3 million to the winner. Now, there was bad weather over the weekend, so this is going to continue today. Anirban Lahiri is an Indian golfer, professional golfer, of course, 322nd in the world. Yeah. And I know that you got up to 320, didn't you? So I'm not saying this guy's
that was my handicap.
So anyway, he's in the lead at 9 under. The chances of him winning are very unlikely. Everybody's writing him off. But if he can actually stick around. Now, Shane Lowry... hit a hole-in-one on the 17th yesterday, which was just incredible. I don't know whether it happens in professional golf where, I mean, I've never got near a hole-in-one. I'm lucky if I par anything. Whether they have to go back and they buy drinks for everybody in the bar afterwards.
I think they'd be happy to. They'd probably get a big car, a big sports car.
They probably do, and for £3 million if you win as well. I don't think there's any problem there. Paul Casey could be the only Englishman ever to win it, because Rory's already won it, and of course we know he's not an Englishman, and Sandy Lyle won it back in the 80s as well. So it's Paul Casey is our best bet. So
where's this played, mate?
This is in Florida, Sawgrass in Florida.
Sawgrass, yeah.
Little bit of tennis. Indian Wells, Emma Raducanu. I don't know whether I'm worried about Emma Raducanu. She lost again in the third round of Indian Wells. So citing tiredness, injury as well. So unlucky for her. Andy Murray lost again as well. He's in the second round. Naomi Osaka, former world number one. This is an interesting one. Now, at Indian Wells, there's been problems with heckling in the past. Now, the Williams sisters faced this back in 2001. This was pretty nasty. I mean, you wouldn't imagine this at tennis, but it does happen over in California. So they said they wouldn't play there again. They didn't play for 14 years. Naomi Osaka did take heckling, and someone shouted out, I don't know whether I can say this to you, but I think we're friends, I can get away with it, said, "Naomi, you suck," was what was shouted from the crowd. Reduced her to tears. So she was very unhappy about that. I've heard worse heckling in the past. But it's very strange. That seems to be one place where crowds just seem to shout out whatever they want. Yeah. So that happened yesterday. And one more for you. Yeah. Tom Brady, who was speaking to Cristiano Ronaldo, the greatest NFL, American football player of all time, who announced his retirement and said that was it, time up, 7 Super Bowls, played for goodness knows how many games and how many years, 22 years, has now announced that his retirement is over. Yeah. 6 weeks he was in retirement, and now he's coming out of retirement.
He probably looked at Cristiano and thought, we'll work at it,
See, I thought he was Harry Kane's friend. That really upset me when I saw that afterwards. He knows a winner when he sees one.
Ronaldo's, yeah.
I think so.
He's nicked him.
Ronaldo had a word, and there we are. Now he's out of retirement.